So let me walk you through this story and see if you help me out, all right? Cruising the internet one day, and you're looking for parts for like one of the other 9 projects you already got, and you stumble across a 64 Bel Air. You don't need it, but you can't pass it up. So you scoop it up, you drag it back to the shop, you get it running, you get to drive, you clean all the crap out of it, and you're like, you know what? Not a bad little project. But now, you've reached that point of the project where you gotta decide what direction do you go? What do you want to do with it? What do you see for the car? Well, hopefully, by the end of this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, we'll have that answer. Hey guys, Chaz here from Pugliese Speed Shop, and if you're just joining us, in the background you see my 1964 Bel Air. A little background on the project, well, I think I already told you in the intro, but we picked it up, wasn't running, wasn't driving, been off the road since 1975. So, somebody played with it a little bit in the meantime, but yeah. We got it going, and we had some ideas, but not really sure what direction we want to take it, right? The body is, well, it's solid. It's a little whammied up, but not too bad, It's bad enough, though, that I'm not going to do the body work and paint this thing black again. That much I can promise you. So we think we got that figured out. And, but where do we go, right? We got a 6-cylinder in there. Now, looking at the car, looking at the wheels on the car, 6-cylinder really doesn't fit it. Do we want to keep the wheels? Do we want to keep the 6-cylinder? I don't know. The interior is gone. How do we want to do that? Do we want to take it back to original? Do we want to throw some blankets on it? Do we want to, I don't know, put a milk crate on there and just call it a day? What do we want to do, right? We got all these ideas, but do we want to keep drum brakes all the way around it? I mean, if we're keeping the 6-cylinder, we might as well keep the drum brakes. But if we're going to do that, we're going to keep these ETs that don't even fit in the wheel well. All questions I have, but I think we're working our way through it. The more you get a project you spend with the car, you just, as you clean it out, as you go through all this kind of stuff, it usually helps you determine, the direction of the car, what you want to do with it, where you want to go, and, well, how you want to get there. So that's what we're going to try and figure out right here. I think I got some ideas. Let me run it by you. Let me know what you think. As you guys can see, she's not even on the board yet, right? So we got to figure this out. But like I said, it's straight-ish. I say that because obviously, this quarter, a little beat up. I think we might have lost a wheel at some point, or the tire blew out and just jacked this all up. Or I don't know. If you look back one of the other episodes, we got some assumptions we made about why this was pushed in and pulled back out, and it all kind of just, she's had a rough time, guys, is what I'm saying, right? The roof's a little beat up, you can kind of see that there. I mean, everywhere you look, there's some evidence of not having, a garage lived life, right? I mean, this quarter panel, forget about it, right? So I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I like it. I like the look. I like the story it tells. I like that it's rough. I don't gotta worry about somebody opening a car door into it. And if I was gonna take the time to do this whole car, I'd be here for the rest of my life, like just on this quarter panel. So we'll leave it a look. We're going patina. That's already been said. I found a lot of trim, right? So like this was, I found, put this on there. We got this here for the door, right? So we got this guy that goes on the other side, and she might need to be straightened out. Like on the bottom, like where this one's at down here. Yeah. I found like the horn ring and all that stuff. We got all that in a box. Found some of this here, right? Goes on the bottom here. We're missing the rest of this. It's not cheap to grab if you can find it. We're missing this quarter panel piece, which we definitely need it. We're missing the other side of this one and the one across, and there's two actually that go across the back. So we're missing some pieces. Nothing, no showstoppers, although I really want that piece of trim. But we're gonna get there. It's gonna be all right. So this is where I'm at. I don't think the wheels are gonna work. I think the wheels are more of a, and I know a lot of guys say I like them, and I like them too. I had them in my first car. It's a 77 Trans Am, and it fit. And like, yeah, okay, I get it, but not what I want for this car. So what I think we're going to do, we got to figure it out. So what we're going to do is, we're going to see if this thing's, if it's worth holding on to. If nothing else, just for shits and giggles. We started doing a compression test on it. We did number 4, and it was not good. So I think we're going to put this guy together, throw it on the old powerhouse here, and see where we're going to go. Anytime you're messing with a car, the heart of the project, it's what's under the hood. I mean, you always talk about, right? Oh, it's a Hemi Cuda, it's a big block, whatever. Yeah, got it. So let's look at what we got as the heart of this project. We got a bone stock 1964 Chevy inline 6 230. All right. I mean, she'll move the car clearly, but is that what we want? This is what's going to set the pace for the rest of the build. So somebody along the way obviously started with the wheels, right? Yeah, wheels make the car. There's no question about that until you start it or you open the hood and you're like, why do you got these with that? I love an inline 6, guys, but they contradicted each other, right? So she seems to run good. Now, there was an indication that she might not be up to snuff when we broke out this little guy right here. We only checked one cylinder. I think it was cylinder number 4. And yeah, she was like right around there in the red. About 65, 70 PSI. Not good. So one way or the other, I want to know what we're looking at here. We started looking at it, and we said last episode we were going to actually do that. So I guess we'll make good to that promise and let's get it done. So we'll pull these plugs out and yeah, do a little compression check on everything and see what we're working with. All right, we're all set up here. Got all the plugs pulled out. Let it spin a little easier. Fresh battery. Got our little dealio plugged into the thing and ready to go. Let's check it out. Hey, and check it out too. Got our brand new homemade switch going. All right. That's probably about it there. And what we got? Right around 100. Yeah, right at 100. All right. Check the other guys and see what's going on. Well, first we're going to record it. Because, I mean, come on, right? All right, first, I want to brag for a minute because this little dude, dope. And, well, guys, let me tell you what. I am not mad at any of these numbers. I'd like this guy to be a little higher just because of the gap, but all of them are way better than we thought they were going to be. So, not sure what happened. We were getting like 65 on number 4. And here 120. I did that one like 2 or 3 times just to make sure. And yeah, good to go. Like I said, guys, I ain't mad at none of that. They're all way better than I thought they were going to be. Like when me and Kevin checked it, it was like, no kidding, it was like 65 on number 4. So not sure what happened. But I did go over it a few times. So I'm calling that good. However, like I said, I'd like number 1 to be just a little smidge higher. So, I'm going to do like you see everybody else do. And spray a little bit of something in there. We'll do all of them. Let it sit overnight. And we'll come back tomorrow. See if it's any better. See you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Next day. Just got done with that stupid work thing. And we're back down the shop. And everybody just kind of got after it. You know, I set it up. I'm going to show you. We bumped the compression up a little bit. So, just check cylinder number 1. That's all I want to check so far. And it went from 100, like barely 100. It's probably like 95, actually. And it's at 110. So, I'm good with that. Show you guys what's up. Just so you guys don't think I'm telling tales over here, you know. What you got here? That's 110. Yeah. She's not even bleeding down. That's pretty dope. So, yeah. Guess we'll check the rest of these. I'm not really so concerned with the rest of them, but if we bumped them up, we bumped them up. So, I guess that old wives' tale, spraying a little something in there. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. Anything 100 or over, I was happy with. So, I was just kind of worried about the gap between like this one and that one. You know, like right here. That's what I was kind of concerned with. But, yeah, we're good. All right, so I showed you before. Figure I'll show you again. This is what we started with, like kinda. Because if you remember, when Kevin was over here, this guy right here, number 4, was at like 65 PSI. I didn't do nothing to it. It bumped up to 120. Maybe we had connected wrong. I don't know. I checked it like 3 or 4 times. It's 120 every time. Well, it was yesterday. This guy I was a little concerned with. Anything 100 or over, I've said it before. I'll try to stop repeating myself. But I'm going to do it one more time. You ready? I didn't like the gap there. So, what we did was threw a little coil in the cylinders. We hit all of them, all 6 of them there. And this is what we got after sitting overnight. All of them pretty much bumped up. This one came up 10. Well, that was 5. That stayed the same. Number 4 came up 10. 5 came up 5. And 6 stayed the same. So, that coil is good stuff, right? That's the, you know, everybody swears by it. I'll tell you what, it's expensive enough. It better be, right? And, yeah, I'm happy. So our experiment was a success, you know? And the more you run it, I know everything will kind of rejuvenate, you know? And we got fresh oil in it and all that. Heat cycles, all that. It'll quit smoking, we hope. And, that'll probably bump up a little more. Maybe we'll do a little test. We'll run it for a little while and check it again. But before we can do any of that, I got to fix this cooling system because we got us a leak and it's made a mess. And I don't think we're going to need the block heater down here in Southern Maryland, so we'll look at pulling that out and just bypassing some things and making it, you know, nice. So I was about to jump on the cooling system and like just bypass everything with a little and call it good, because I don't even know if anything works. But then Megan hit me up and said dinner's about ready, so yeah, that means I gotta go. But so yeah, we're gonna call the episode right here. But let's tie up a couple loose ends. We learned some things, we figured some stuff out. Patina, that's staying. We're just gonna do some kind of protectant, whatever, you know, Comet wash and do something. Linseed oil, somebody's fantastic invention they came up with, whatever it might be. Probably the latter, because linseed oil just gets nasty. The wheels are, well, as soon as Nick saw the car, he actually already called him for his 55 Bel Air or 210 or 1, I think it's a Bel Air, you know. For that car, he's already like, hey, let me get him. Cool. Because I got a different idea for those. Well, for this car. The wheels, obviously, I just said it. Nick's got that. The motor, we learned that this little 6-cylinder, I know she might be a little bit clapped out, but compression's good. I love an inline 6. The question is, do I love it in this car? I don't know. I'm not, I mean, it's been there for a while, right? But I don't know. You see this car and you think, I think, you know, like early muscle car, you know, 409, 327, 4-speed, whatever, right? That's what most, well, not most, because Luigi sees this and he's like, yo, low rider, we need this many pumps and hydros. Stop, bro, it's not happening, all right? But he gets crazy. That's just, you know, that's what he does. But, so you can't have a muscle car without a V8, can you? I mean, how cheap do I want to be? And Kevin would just forget about it, right? So I do got some ideas about a motor. I'm actually, you know, kind of, but I want your guys' opinion. What do you guys think? You know, leave a comment. Do you think we should, you know, pull the 6-cylinder, throw it on the side of the shop, not care ever again about it, and put a V8 in this thing? That's not going to happen, because I actually, if we do pull it out of this thing, I got an idea. And I'm going to love it. Most people probably won't, but it's fine. So what do we do there? Let me know what you guys think, you know. Interior-wise, I'm thinking like stock, you know, one of the rejuvenation kits that, you know, it's like to the best of my ability. And Megan's, because actually she knows what she's doing with this stuff. She does a pretty good job. Better than me, that's for damn sure. I put a towel on it, and I'm like, hey, we're good. So, we'll definitely get better than a towel, but let me know what you guys think there. I'm trying to keep this thing, see, this is where I have the problem. Because it's so original, I want to keep it kind of true to the Vintag, which would then be a 6-cylinder. So, but I love the color scheme, the, you know, black with the red interior. It's like my favorite of all time. You see my dilemma. All right? So, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think, what you would do, and then I'll probably just do whatever I want. That's the best thing about it being my car. Right? So, hey guys, till next time, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, and as always, thanks for watching.